Preparing to live stream. Preparing to live stream. Preparing for warp drive. Preparing for what's with all the preparing? Just go. And we live.
Oh,
yeah, I was just at the they call it the Sun and Fun, or is it the Fun and Sun? Sun and Fun. It's an event where vendors come in with their different aircraft and small planes and experimentals. They also have air shows and things, see who can land the quickest, shortest takeoff and all that sort of stuff. So that guy,
hey, I could do that one.
Yeah, straight down. So I was over there, and I'm like, the guy that I'm friends with, him and his wife that sold me that one aircraft. They're like, hey, we're over here. Come on in. We'll give you like the VIP pass to get in. I'm like, all right, I'll come this week. So I was like, all right, today's the day. But I'm like, I can only stay a couple hours because I got a very special live stream later. So I was over there just a little bit, but I just got back just in the nick of time. I'm like, park the truck in the garage, get out here, run over here. My mom's car's in the way. Mom, need you to move your car. Move the car. Come up here. Gotta send when we do the link. But hey, I made it a little bit late, but made it.
You're never late, Joe.
Yeah, I guess. Now that I don't have a day job, so the whole timing thing, I got to be at work at 8. I can't. Who needs that crap in their life anymore?
All right, we got to let it out. All right, all the peeps out there. Have I turned white or have I turned white?
It's like, great Scott, he's turned white supremacist. Look at that white hair, guys.
Am I Papa Smurf or what?
I'm telling you,
this Santa Claus thing, and it's getting whiter and whiter. It's like, wow.
It really has. Like it wasn't that long ago that we talked. On live streamed. Jeez,
yeah, I know.
A month ago, I don't know. And yeah, you're turning white. Like your hair and beard and everything. Like that's crazy.
It's like, whew.
I think you've ascended a level to something else.
I do believe I've been going up a few levels lately. It's been pretty weird, man. A lot of weird, strange things happen.
What's after shaman level? Is there another level after that? shaman to the 4th power.
Well, it's definitely above jabroni level.
Yeah. I know what that's
goodness. Like. So listen, Joseph of the Snip. You and I fly by the hip. Where are we going today? Political?
Oh, geez.
Political? What?
We're gonna cover a few things. Matter of fact, I was checking the market a little earlier. It's been a little bit, but Digibytes had a little fire under its butt, and a few others. Let's see, Bitcoin still 63K, still flat. Digibytes are on 10 cents. Dogecoin, oddly enough, is 18. Yeah, it's being pumped big time. 18 cents, which is interesting. ETH Classic 34%. ETH 2544. You gave us a call, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, I'm guessing, roughly.
Yeah.
Something like that. And you'd said to me, I'm scrolling back down to the rest of them. You said to me, you're like, all right, look, I know you're in this XRP thing. You want to come down, and you got this, but you're like, but your money's just sitting there, right? And I'm like, yeah, so it's not making any money. No, it's just sitting in an order, like waiting for the thing to come down. So you're like, all right, because Spirit told me, since you're doing that, like you're stuck on that, like just before you get back into that, why don't you stop and get into ETH? They said to tell you specifically, get into ETH, ride it up to around $2,500, and then you'll get some stable coin back. And then you can, if you want to go back in your trade then or whatever, you'll have more to do it anyways. And I go, yeah, it makes sense. I'm just sitting there. It's just sitting in an order. Market's, pretty hot. So it's not like it's, going to be coming down anytime soon. It didn't seem like, but I just had this order sitting over there collecting dust basically. So I'm like, all right, that sounds good. So I did it and gave the trade out. And then, you told me a couple of days ago, actually, I think the first time you said it was, you're like, Spirit says it'll be $2,500 on our live stream or by our live stream or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, looking this morning, I'm like, oh yeah, that kind of happened late in the morning, last night, whatever, morning time, technically speaking. So I'm like, yeah, it hit 25. And of course I had my orders just a sliver lower than that to play it safe. And they filled, and everyone else that was in that trade with us filled. It was about 30, 8%, I think, on that one from 1,800 to 2,500. So, pretty good. So,
Yeah, especially if you're playing with money.
yeah, if you're putting some change in there, and I do
Yeah,
I do play, but I mean I'm careful too, but I don't get too crazy. But
right.
I've got my hands in a few little things, and right now, like, okay, the Digibyte trade you gave us, that happened, so check that one off. The ETH one off, and now we're just kind of in limbo with all the stable coin on the side, and of course I still got my hodl bag, and I tell everybody out there, don't ever trade everything you got on honestly, no matter how much you think something's true, you shouldn't trade it all, and always have a hodl bag or some kind of stash, because if it doesn't go your way, there goes your crypto. Now you got to get back in higher or something or whatever. So
Well,
it's just too risky.
yeah, but you see, you're sitting beautiful right now. I mean, you made enough on ETH. I'm sure you were able to pay the truck off.
Oh yeah, and like I was telling, I think I said it the other day. I said, because I'm like, okay, well, I don't even know why I care about the credit score, because I don't care about it anymore. It's just stupid, because
Oh,
they got to keep you in onto something, so you don't want your credit score to go down. Because if you don't have any credit score and you go to get something in the future, well, you got to have a line of credit. You have to have a history, and if you don't have a history, you got to start all over again. You know, they just keep you sucked into the stupid credit score. You got to have a line of credit. So I'm like, you know what? It was a Saturday, both times when I got Evelyn's car and I think my truck. It was both of them. I think were Saturdays, and I'm like, well, I can't go to the bank anyways and get a bank check or whatever, certified check. So I'm like, all right, I'll just go for the financing and I'll just pay the stupid thing off in a few months. That way I could
right,
build my credit score for a few months. Rather than pay it off
right.
too soon and get hit. But I'm like, I don't give a shit. So I'm sitting here thinking about it, and I'm like, these banks f everybody. They screw everybody. Any chance they get.
No.
Yeah, yeah. Shocker. In case y'all didn't know that over there in YouTube land. You may not know that.
Hey, wait. Before we really start going wild, you need to put something out there that everything we talk about is bullshit.
Oh, that's
It's a
right.
bunch of psychics getting together. Come on,
That's
throw the
right.
roll out there.
That's it. We're all fake news. This is just for fun. This video is don't even listen to anything we say because it's completely false.
Absolutely bullshit.
Garbage. Yeah, totally crap.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That plus crap.
Okay.
So
I think we're covered. So go
yeah,
ahead.
so I'm like, okay, how wrong would it be for me to put the bank? They had to give me the approval, blah, 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 set up the account, and I pay it off before that first payment's even due. Therefore, I don't really pay any interest. They get nothing from me besides a waste of their time. Sounds good.
That's
So
my point.
write the check off, send it in the mail. Because when I did the house, sorry, you can't send a check. You got to call us. We get $30 fee for us to send you how much you owe on the house, and you can only do it through a wire or blah blah blah. Okay, fine. With cars and stuff, it doesn't matter. Just write a check, done. So I wrote the check. Here's the exact amount. Piss off. They got the whole amount, no interest. Eat it. So, and I'm like, well, and then Evan's like, well, maybe the next month you could do your truck, because that one's actually, they gave me an additional month before I even had to start paying on that one.
Oh, that's it. You
So I'm like,
are you using them?
yeah, and it's one of my favorite. Matter of fact, there's two of my favorite banks: Bank of America and J.P. Morgan Chase. And I think the truck was Chase. So I'm like,
That's
next month,
good.
next month is coming up right now. So I'm like, maybe, just maybe I'll go ahead and do it. Just because.
Because you can.
Right, because I can, and because I hate the banks, and you ain't getting shiz from me if I can help it. But at the same time, it's like, okay, but if I take that out of my crypto and I do this and I do that. But honestly, with all these trades and all this crap that I've been doing, like, and the house is paid off, we did some trades. I had more to play with than I initially thought I would have, and all this stuff. And then it just adds up. So it's like, okay, well, I got that done, got that done, got that done. Oh, I have this extra. Oh, and I just did the ETH trade. That's 38%. You know what? F them. Do it. So I think I'm about to write another check for the truck.
Joe, don't you know that bank lives matter?
BLM. Bank lives matter.
Absolutely.
When you're a debt slave, they might, but being a non-debt slave is it's like, I tell people like this: when you go drive a Tesla or something, you get in those electric cars, it's hard to go back, like to, the old gas guzzler or whatever. But also what you said, once you go truck, you don't go back. So I gotta think, I like diesel, gas, whatever or not. I like that damn truck.
Oh
And
yeah.
so it's kind of like that. Once you experience not being a debt slave, and you can help it, of course, why go even attempt to go back into that? So it's like, well, yeah, but you take some more money out of your crypto. Da, da, da. But it's like, I don't care. I don't want to make the payments. I've done well, like I'm just not concerned. There's gonna be more trades. What difference does it really make at the end of the day,
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So screw the first bank, and I don't even know who that one was. To tell you the truth, I forgot which bank that was. Oh, actually, it was. I do know who it was. It was Wells Fargo, the one we've heard
Oh,
in the news that was raping their customers and creating fake lines of credit for the customers, and then screwing their customers in real life, saying, "Yeah, you owe us money because you're behind on this." What are you talking about? I didn't even fill out anything. Oh yeah, well you did, and yeah, it was their freaking employees. Pay a little fine, have your CEO give a stupid message out to the people how sorry you are, blah blah blah. And then they did something. I forgot there was another thing with Wells Fargo. And I'm like, you know what? These banks get away with murder. So you know what? I'm glad I screwed Wells Fargo, and I'll be really glad to screw J.P. Morgan Chase here shortly.
I like that. Who's after them?
Yeah,
Who are
that's
you
about
gonna
it.
give it to?
Yeah, that's it. I think that's it after that. we're good after that. We're back to square one. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So, anyways, yeah, we've had some interesting crypto rises. Again, Digibyte hit the numbers. You gave us some numbers. All these things have been hit, and now I'm just kind of on the sideline with some stablecoin, waiting to see what this market does. I guess because I've been feeling a little nervous lately. A lot of stuff happening. China, like you mentioned months ago. Watch Taiwan, watch Iran, the Middle East. Like there's gonna be some stuff coming with those guys. And boys, is Taiwan, yeah, right in the news. I mean, the other day, Mike Pompeo is eating a bag of Taiwanese pineapple, and he takes a photo of himself, a little screenshot, photo, selfie, whatever, and he's got a picture of a chessboard visible, the king and the queen on this side, and he goes, "Up, oh, just enjoying some Taiwanese pineapple, checkmate." And I'm like, okay, now hold on. If those guys are not in power anymore, the good guys, including Mike Pompeo, he's gone. Why is he writing something like that on Twitter? Taiwan is the keyword in checkmate. So you kept talking about that. Watch China and Taiwan. So of course China's all over the place. They're right off the coast. They're flying by, doing buzzes and all kinds of interesting stuff. And of course Biden, oh, we're Taiwan sovereign, but we're going to not do anything. I'm going to turn some of the ships around. Actually, almost letting China know, go ahead and do whatever you're about to do. So I'm not sure what Mike Pompeo is the checkmate is about, but interesting comment he made, nonetheless. And it just seems like things are really heating up in all different aspects, man. You got and here's another interesting thing. Okay, so we had that guy, the cop in, was it Milwaukee or wherever the hell it was out, that put his knee on the black guy's neck and, oh, he killed him, that whole thing. Derek Chauvin, whatever his name is, Chauvin. I forget the black guy's name is. So the girlfriend of that black guy was also the school teacher of this guy who accidentally got shot. It was supposed to be a taser, but the 25-year veteran police officer accidentally pulled her gun. As if you don't know where your taser is after 25 years. I don't know. This whole thing is fishy, but nonetheless, the point is we got all this shit going on. And boy, they've really been pumping the white supremacy bullcrap. And perfect timing, another shooting. Unarmed black man, here we go again. And the coincidence, I'm thinking, what are the chances that guy's girlfriend would be related to two people on some of the top worldwide news shootings? Like, you couldn't make this up. Like, there's just statistically, that's just not even possible. Yet, here we are. So it's like they're just going forward with some of this stuff. And again, shooting, this and that. I had this dream the other day about a major shooting thing, like a huge push for gun control, like bad. And right after the dream, we've had 3 or 4 or 5 shootings of note. Not exactly what I saw in the dream, but still, and then of course, we're going to hear more about gun control and all that crap. So I don't know. You said though, a lot of stuff's going to start happening around the same time. So get ready. Like it's going to be all kinds of different stuff. And we've had if you're not really paying attention, you may not even notice it really, actually. But I look at my new stuff, certain sites every day, and I see the headlines that they post, and then I follow the links and I look at stuff. It's like, man, there's a lot of stuff happening and getting like on the cusp of, okay, something's about to boil over.
Right.
And I think you told me earlier, you're like, I'm feeling like last 2 weeks and today and like recent times really like uneasy, or I forgot the word you used. So what do you
Yeah.
like, what are you picking up on?
Well, this morning when I had talked to you, and I was talking to Julianne, I said that I just don't feel right today. I said,
Well, look at you.
things are
You
really,
got white hair just came on you, even stronger. No wonder why you feel weird.
and the problem is I'm really trying to become less white. And this is what spirit did to me. I just can't win sometimes, Joe. I just can't win. You know, everything is being compressed. And I remember it was about 9 months ago that I told you about, Spirit told me, pay attention to Taiwan. There was nothing going on back then, absolutely nothing. But, the spring has really bothered me because I know there was going to be a compression, of time here in the springtime where it would be one thing after another after another. Now, like this morning, I said to you, I said, I'm concerned. And then I heard, I don't know, just like a couple of hours ago, that our fake president there, Joe, what's his name? Joe, I can't remember his name.
Biden.
Come on, man. I can't remember his name.
Just say, come on, man, 3 times and pat your head.
Yeah, that was a good one. But he just went in front of Congress, I guess, just like 2 hours ago or something, and put the United States under a state of emergency. And
for what reason? I was out of the loop. I was over at that place. Did he say?
Because of Russia. And I mean, this is really big. How the USA, I'm not even gonna say the USA, horseshit. The powers that be that are controlling this situation, and I'm gonna drop a lot of breadcrumbs. All right, so act like a lot of pigeons out there and pick it up. Okay, I'm gonna be very careful of how I say a lot of different things. And the country that's right up against Russia, Ukraine, a lot of stuff is happening there. And understand the powers that be are trying to accomplish 2 things. They're trying to hide all their misdeeds, because understand that country was a laundromat for money. You got what I'm saying? And there is a lot of people that are involved, kind of like Joe. God,
Joe, come on, man.
That guy, and they're not in any manner wanting to help them. They want to level them. So they really want it to happen. What better way to destroy a country completely and hide all the dirty little secrets that are there? And that is what's happening there. So, and at the same time, these powers to be are trying to bring in their financial system. And then we got other countries, some that like fortune cookies, okay, and other countries that are close to Ukraine are going to bring in another one. And you have the oligarchs who's trying to bring in theirs. So what we're watching is, like I said, when spring arrives, we're going to see political, geopolitical, geographical, and you name it is going to happen, and it will compress some time and it'll happen fast. Now, earlier today, I guess it was our, how do I want to say this? Our president got a phone call, and we were sending 2 destroyers, okay, a bunch of ships into the Black Sea and trying to go through that little canal there. And what I believe occurred is they were warned that if you continue, that will sink all of you, every one of them. And they have the technology to do it. So our ships turned around and left. All right. And then within a few hours later, Biden goes in front of Congress and does all this threats. And at the same time, when you check it out, one of the big things is to cut off Russia completely on selling bonds and things like that, selling the debt bonds. So basically, this is it. What we're watching right now, it's actually happening with the financial system and everything all interconnected. This is the big game. It's happening. And but don't forget what I said about XRP. That somehow that's got to be interwoven in this situation. All right. So we're watching this geopolitical theater really happening very quickly right now. And so they're going to force them out. And China and Russia already have a system set up. What perfect timing, right? For everybody to come together and kumbaya and say, well, how are we going to do this? We need to work it out. You can't control the whole SWIFT system. It's no good anymore. Well, we need to all come together, don't you think? You see where I'm going with this?
Mm-hmm.
And it's happening. All right. Now, let's just keep our fingers crossed that bigger things don't happen. But we are on the verge of some really wild stuff. But I'm hoping deep inside that they all realize that this is not a game, and respect that in the past, our American warriors had the ability to go in and puff their chests up and push people out of the way in other countries. That day's over. Okay. You got some big players out there that are saying it ain't going to happen. So again, watch Taiwan. I believe China will take it back. Okay. I believe they will. And I think a lot of problem will happen there. But we're in the midst of some incredible things. This is why I told you I really don't want to. I'm not trading anything. I'm not selling anything. I'm just sitting on it. Because in my heart of hearts, I believe whatever happens, if this is all a big dance already choreographed, and they know what they're going to do and why they're doing it to move in these systems around, well, that means some things will happen. And you're sitting perfectly with your cryptos sitting on the side. I mean, you're in your theta, obviously. Yeah. And then we sit here and watch. Now, at the same time, you remember when I told you I had the vision of I was walking towards a jail cell.
Yeah.
And I saw individuals in the jail. Spirit had me there. And I'm looking in there and I'm looking at the individuals. And I saw like some that looked Asian, some that looked like they were out of South America, from different parts of the country. and Spirit just clapped their hands really loud and said, "Get up, it's time, you're activated." And they all stood up and they opened up the door. And so I understood, real simple terms, that those were sleeper cells because they were asleep and they were in a cell. Okay, so that was a simple thing to understand there. And I believe what you're going to start to see very rapidly right now is a lot of the cities really, really heat up, because I believe the insurgents are activated. And they're going to get many groups from BLM to Antifa to whatever going. And understand, all right, those insurgents are using the American people. They get them all hyped up and they don't even realize what the hell they're doing.
Yep.
All right. But that's how they're going to destabilize us, no different than the destabilization that is occurring right now in the countries of the West, okay, and throughout Europe with the viral situation that has happened. Okay. So, I mean, this is all coming together incredibly. And this is where all of us truly, truly need to stay on guard, pay attention. Don't dig a hole and go hide in it. That's absurd, you know, but just pay attention and be smart. Okay. This is happening quick. A lot of things very quickly are occurring, right down to, again, we will watch the Democratic Party attack each other. And also Republicans. We're going to see everybody going after everybody in many different ways. And I think we have started seeing that. But that's going to get much greater. And, you know, throw in some of the other stuff. Actually, I think you just had a Bright Media go over Florida, didn't you, last night or the night before last? They were talking about.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that? Yeah. Well, this is another thing to pay attention to, okay, that I saw. The media's are coming. You ain't going to stop it. Okay, whatever. We'll make it through that. But what I actually saw, Spirit saw, what I was watching meteors coming down, and they're shooting across the sky, bright white, and then they disappeared. They stopped. And I'm staring at it. Spirit had me stare at it. Then this darker thing started flying away. I went, I'll be a son of a bitch. There were spacecrafts. Okay. And there's a lot of them that are coming in right now. And they're coming in like shooting stars. And then they get to a certain place of the horizon and they just stop and they go on their way. And all that is also coming together. So it's really an amazing time. You know, it really is. And on the bright side, I believe XRP will hit over $2 within a day. You know, yep. Maybe 2 days. And hold on to your britches. You know, the cryptocurrencies are definitely part of the new financial system. Absolutely is. Absolutely. And remember, they're going to try to shake us off the dog's ass like a flea. All right.
Don't get shaked off the XRP dog, at least.
Well, yeah, and there's a few of them. You know, you just kind of got to go, okay. But this is where, you know, I'm gonna stress to a lot of people is Joe's been doing a very good job licking his ice cream, may I say. But a lot of you, if you don't have to spend it on anything, really think about what you got wagging in the wind out there. And you might want to just take some of your profits and put them in stable coins or something just to capture some of these things. Okay. And the whole key is we all want it to keep going up, and I believe it will. Okay. But the thing is you also can't be stupid. You have to look at everything that's happening around us. And a lot of people aren't alert to find that information out or to connect with it. But these things are pretty big that are occurring. And springtime is going to be heavy all the way to spring ends, June 20th. So we really do have a ways to go, may I say. and
We
it's
got
going to be
the crisis
interesting.
at the border, which is out of control practically. It's just like you said, like there's everywhere you look, there's something
Yeah,
going on, and most of it is not good. The only good thing is like, oh, look at crypto. Crypto's doing great. Oh, cool. What else? Not much else. Like there's just stuff happening
right.
everywhere.
Everywhere. It really is. It really is amazing. Um, there's no way that I knew everything that was going to happen throughout the spring. I don't. And some of the stuff I can't even see. But when they say the words that they say to me, and they're compressing time, and they tell me they're compressing it, that I know it's like event after event after event after event. And a lot of people think it's just in their town. And I say, you really have to look around at the big picture of everything, and pay attention to it. Because it is. We're not going back to the old way. We're not. Okay. But that doesn't mean it's all bad. I mean, we'll make it through this stuff if you're smart, pay attention to things. My cup, listen, you know what? Even with this thing that just happened today and stuff, my cup is definitely half full. It really, really is. And there's a lot of messes that need to be cleaned up everywhere. There just is. And we know that as human species, that we cannot continue going the way that we are. We can't. Okay. We have to evolve and change so we could change the direction of our world. Okay. And into a lot better place. And until those oligarchs are removed, we're going to be dealing with stuff like this. But I do believe they will be removed. I honestly do. So crazy, crazy shit.
You still feeling the Hunter Biden timeline, um, or has that changed at all?
Don't you dare, Joseph of the snip. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. Absolutely. Those things that you have stored.
Yep.
Okay. And that's where they need to be stored. And when it happens, it'll happen. All right. And I do believe these big things are happening in the springtime. Again, remember, spring is March 20th to June 20th.
Yeah.
And
we just barely got into it, technically.
Yeah, it's only been a couple of weeks, and my God, the worldwide advance of what's happening, is just absurd, and it really is. A lot of nutso things that are happening on every aspect. It's like, why don't you throw one more thing in?
Right.
Whoa!
Yeah. What else is there? Like, yeah, well, now we just need UFO disclosure or something. Like, bring it on.
Well, yeah, well, I think that's going to get a lot bigger. And again, I think, some of these people that are out there, you guys have the eye gear to actually take a look up. And I think you will see a lot more. And if you're lucky enough to see one of those meteors, if you keep your eye on it, I actually think you will see it stop and then something fly away from it. It's very interesting. I had that back when I was, I must have been early 20s, and we were all outside, a bunch of my friends, and I saw shooting stars. I said, "What?" And they started coming in, choo, 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 and wow, that's amazing. But then they didn't disappear. They stopped, and we're all looking. We're going, did you eat those mushrooms or something? What the hell? They stopped, and they set themselves up like it was the Big Dipper. And it started going across the sky, just like the Big Dipper. I went, are you shitting me? And we all saw that happen. It was like, now I'm getting a flashback of what they have just been showing me about the meteors coming in and then stopping at a certain height and then So I really believe we have a lot of visitors coming right now, dimensional and interdimensional. And I think they're showing up no different than any major conflict from Vietnam on down, with what were they called, the Foo Fighters or whatever they
Yep.
were. And it seems that whenever you're on the verge of a real big conflict, they all stop pouring in from all over the place, kind of like volcanoes. Something about volcanoes and electromagnetic energy that's released out of them, or whatever it is. I'm not sure what it is, but for some odd reason, you always see them around it. I have a funny feeling maybe they're getting energy from it. I don't. Who the hell knows? But I believe that effect is happening also. So this is interesting. So, with the stable coins that you're holding, I told you earlier, I said, just hang loose for a little bit. It ain't going to hurt you.
No.
I mean, what you just hit with Ethereum, you're fine, and just sit back and let's get through the rest of April here and see where it heads, because I believe May will be a big explosion, not a literal explosion,
Yeah.
a good explosion with cryptos and stuff going into the summertime. But there's just something about right now that's like, okay. But yeah, I still see XRP, like maybe when I wake up tomorrow, it'll be $2. I believe it'll go through it and head to about 250, maybe, 230, 250, bang, bang. And some of you people out there that I have been in contact with, that's a whole hell of a lot of money for you. So just remember, take a little pickings here and there, right? Right, Joe?
That's right. Don't let your ice cream cone melt.
No.
Just a few licks is okay. Some of us take a few bites, but just a couple of licks. Because I mean, even with Theta, like thing was 12 cents. At $12, God, you wouldn't have to sell much of it at all to get your initial money back, even.
Exactly.
Even that. But honestly, like if I was doing that all over again, this was my first time selling any, I wouldn't just get my initial back. I'd be like, I'm getting my initial and then some.
Right.
And then sit on it because I still have this huge amount left, whatever like that. I'm like, okay, yeah. Because I don't want to miss that opportunity.
Yeah.
And we know what crypto does sometimes, So next thing you know, a bear market hits you. No one was expecting it. It wasn't supposed to happen. And then, how long is this one going to be? A year, 2 years, 3 years? We don't know. You got to play that game all over again. And you're just kicking yourself in the ass, because you didn't do anything. But, yeah, I mean, I know you said you saw like summertime would be like 100 to 150K Bitcoin, and a bunch of the others, of course, would be up with it. I mean, even right now, though, I think the market cap hit like 2.2 trillion for the first time. So the last couple of days, it's just been going up. It's a little bit more steady, and it's incredible thinking they got to 800 billion at one time, and we're all like, oh my god, and here it is, 2.2 billion. It's just insane. So
yeah, and a lot of people that got burnt a little into 17, 18. I think it was a combination of the time that, it isn't 217 or 18 now. It isn't, not per se in the crypto world. But see, back then, what happened was controlled by the bankers. So again, you people that think cryptos aren't controlled by the big boys, I'm sorry, man. Think about it. All right.
they control everything.
All of them. All right. But see, the difference is back then, they're the ones who stopped Bitcoin from going any farther and to knock down. That's like any of these big coins that were out there. And I'm not going to mention one of them that really pissed me off, that rode it right up to the top. And we all thought they were the gift from God, that coin. And the owner of the company sold right on the frickin' top. Okay. Don't bullshit the bullshitter. Okay. Like, really? Oh, I did it just out of the good. And then everything crashes. Don't throw the bullshit. Okay. And anybody that believes that, you know what? Let me set you up with a date with Jamie Dimon. Okay. So the thing is massive control is everywhere, from gold to silver to everything. Because understand, those players that are out there have all the money in the world. They literally have all the money in the world. So it doesn't matter the price of Bitcoin, because they can print up and take whatever they want. And so understand, that's what they do. All right. And they do control it. But if you can feed off of the breadcrumbs on the way up, and try to have some sort of an understanding of what's happening, you could change your life right now.
Well, some of us grabbed enough breadcrumbs to make a Philly cheesesteak. I'm just saying.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, the people that and I know that this was really hard with the XRP, watching it do what it did. Okay, it took a lot of faith to stay in it, but like I said to a lot of people, is they kept telling me everybody needed to learn discernment on what they're seeing. And so that whole episode of all that craziness, you have to just, people they saw it all happen. And you have to look at it and go, was that all a coincidence? There were supernatural things that were occurring for us to view. And that's why when I had bought back in and they made that happen at that 2222, come on. What, now I'm going to sell? I don't think so. Okay. And when you see these things occurring, I guess it's easier for me to hold the faith on it. I know a lot of you did, and then some of you didn't. Okay. It is what it is. But, you know, I do believe that we will be up in double figures pretty soon. Do we know what double figures are?
Yeah. That means a one number followed by a second number.
If you put your 2 next to my 2, we'll have
a 22.
Absolutely. You know, just really, you know, a lot of the people out there, licking the ice cream doesn't mean you have to go buy trucks.
Yeah, no, seriously. Yeah, you don't have to. Oh, I'm going to buy a new car, buy a new truck, you know. And I've never bought a new car or truck or anything in my life.
Actually, I talked you into getting the damn thing. You were going to buy another used one.
I was.
What the hell are you doing, Snippy?
Yeah, and then I got this dream where spirits show me this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, they're telling me, what are you doing, you bozo? Go get a freaking new vehicle, man. And they're like, yeah, all right, I guess I will. Might as well enjoy it. You know, I've got it. Why not? You know? So, yeah, you don't have to go do that stuff, people, you know, but for God's sakes, take a couple of licks of your ice cream cone, man. It's good. Trust me. I've tasted it. It's really good. It's a flavor that it doesn't matter who you are or what you are. You love it no matter who you are. Just take a little lick here and there.
Yeah. Well, and then when you actually do that, I know it's hard for people that they're watching so much money in their account, more than they've ever had in their lives.
Yeah.
Between, you know, what's happening now and theta and things like that, more money than you've ever had. And it's like, protect it. It's like anything. The more assets you have, the better insurance you should have. So always put some off to the side. And I describe it to people. It's like back in the day when I was growing up, we had like Christmas club accounts with banks where you'd go in and you get your little book stamped. I know, Snippy, you're going, book? They used to give you a book?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
You know, and they would take $10 a week out or whatever. And then at Christmas, you go, woo, I can buy gifts. Well, this is the same thing. So no matter what, and I know people just go, well, it won't go up as fast. Well, it won't go down as fast either.
Right.
Okay.
And if by chance it goes down, oh, I've got a little stash over here to buy some cheap coins.
Well, see, now that's the other thing. Is people think they're out of the game, and you're not. You're like a tiger ready to pounce. You got all this extra cash like you do now and stable coins just going, oh yeah, I'm a badass out here. I'm just waiting for one of you shitheads to drop and I'm going to scoop it. Right. And that's what you do. And so you're still in the game, but yet you're still protected. Right. So no matter what, look at how much you got, how much you're willing to lose off of it.
Right.
How much? If you're okay to lose 150,000, 200,000, 300,000, 750,000, I'm okay with that. But when you think about that, could probably take care of yourself or your family for years and years and years, which is really important right now because we're all going to go through different struggles. All right. We're not going to escape this. I don't care what country you're in, what town you're in. These things are going to affect all of us, some big, some little. But if you have this cushion to fall back on, I've been a business guy ever since I was like 22 years old, a businessman.
Oh, I'm sorry. How old?
About 22.
22, huh?
Yeah, that's when I started. Yeah. You busted my balls.
Whoa.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. Oh, shit. Here we go. But the thing is one thing about business. Okay, I don't care what kind of business you are. The key to success are 2 letters or 2 words: cash flow. Cash flow.
Yeah.
And your personal life, okay, your family life, your home, your kids, your future, that's a business. It's a business. Okay. And when you can see these kinds of dollars sitting in front of you, you've never played with stuff like that. So you're not acting correctly. Some people are, but a lot are not. All right. And that's what, more and more, I just want to say, just take a little, put it off to the side, keep doing it. You know what? If you're comfortable with, let's say, $100,000 in your cryptos, this is a good way to do it. And you're okay if that drops down to 10,000. Okay. So you go, I'm not going to let it go above 100 grand because I'm not comfortable. That means every Friday, it's like a paycheck. Every Friday, whatever you are above that $100,000, take it and put it in a stable coin. Right?
Yeah.
So listen, the other day, I woke up in the morning. I go, oh, shit, no wonder I slept good. I'm up 11,000. I go, wow, that made me feel good. And then the next day I go, that sucks. I'm down 12,000. It's like, it's kind of like my heartbeat, Joe. Right before I have another heart attack. But if you get a habit of doing that, it's a paycheck to you. And even if you don't want to spend it, you set it off to the side. That's how you do it. It just sits there. But every single person, like you're the biggest person on this. Plan your trade and trade your plan. And this is the same thing. Okay, it's not like you're trading a crypto, but have a plan. See, everybody gets caught up in the euphoria and they turn this into an idol. You're idolizing. And you don't want to touch it. Yeah. It's like gold. Bix, I know you're listening. You have silver fever. Right? It's like, but you know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it. And the thing is you start idolizing it. And that's not what it's for. All right. These gifts that are being handed to everybody by spirit are opportunities for everybody to do something good and great with it. And I always tell people to make sure that your foundation is solid first. It's like a drowning victim,
Yeah.
right? Somebody's starting to drown. Well, you make sure that you have your life vest on before you go jump in that water to help them. All right. And then put the gifts to good use.
Well, here's another incentive, I guess you could say, for grabbing a little profit. You never know when you're going to hear about or make a decision yourself, or spirit comes through and says, "Oh my God, this coin," and you go, "Oh shit, I need some extra money. I want to get into that coin." Well, what if the market's down now and you just heard about that coin? Now you're going to sell that other asset you've been idolizing this whole time, not touching. It's down now. And you're like, shit, now I got to sell it. Damn, I should have sold it when it was higher. Because now I want that extra cash to buy this other coin because, Spirit just gave us another coin. Or maybe it's not Spirit. Maybe it's just some new coin you heard about. It's new NFT or whatever. And I want to get in on that one. Oh, I don't have the money to do it because I didn't take any profit. So, and what if that coin goes up, it does a 20x or a 50x or something? While the coin you're idolizing still is going up 10% here, 15% there. Well, shit, man, you could have took some of that profit and made 50 times on that one coin and, grab some of that profit, of course, and out of that coin and then do it in another coin or just use the money for something, if you need to. So that's another reason you should just take some profit.
Absolutely. And you know what? There's going to be so many opportunities. But there's nothing worse, like what you just said, is it's like right when you really need the money or something happens or whatever, that's when the market's down and you bullshit instead of having that savings account. And if I remember right, Joe, doesn't, I could be wrong, you would know this answer. Doesn't a stable coin, the USDC, actually pay 7% interest? Something like that?
I think, is it on Coinbase somewhere? If you hold it, they will pay you interest. It might be on Coinbase.
Yeah.
And another thing on USDC, which is why I like using that on Coinbase to cash out, is they don't charge any fees on it.
No, nothing. Yeah. It's going to be remarkable, and understand something, that XRP is going to be relisted very quickly. All right, and it's got a moonshot, and also, okay, this will cheer up some of the fans out there. Is Theta is going to be listed on Coinbase, and it's going to be on your normal. All right, you will not have to go through loopholes to get it.
Like you do now. Yep.
Right. So the holders of those are really gonna jump up in value. So it's gonna be a remarkable time. But again, if you're, do you mind if I use your name? If you're an average Joe,
sure.
that dealing with these incredible amounts of money, how many times have we ever heard somebody win the lottery, right? Millions and millions and millions of dollars, and they're freaking broke within 5 years. And you go, how the hell can you do that? It's because you're not paying attention to what you have in your hands. And that's why don't look at your accounts as, well, I got 100,000 Theta. Well, put a dollar sign after that. How many dollars are you sitting on? Okay. Always put dollar signs and actually look at real money. And then it'll start clicking in your head, to do this. Again, understand I'm throwing breadcrumbs, everybody. Okay. And everybody's different. Okay. Everybody has different needs. It's different amounts. I just want to see everybody protect what they have. And like I said, with all the years I've been in business, the businesses that fail, it's because of cash flow. You could have the greatest idea in the world, but if you don't control your cash flow, you're not going to make it. And I don't give a shit if your business is on the best street.
Yeah.
Okay. If you don't control your funds. All right. And I know there's just so many people that I've talked to that, wow, are they sitting on some money? Oh my gosh. Incredible. But it's beautiful.
Yeah. And I do want to remind people too about that one post on the boards that shall not be named, um, about XRP, and I'll paraphrase because I don't remember it word for word, but they posted it wasn't the main person, the 17th letter, but it was on those boards. And
What?
yeah,
XRP was on that?
Yeah, it was on those boards one time in particular.
I'll be damned.
And the guy said, whoever it was, and I'll paraphrase, but we're gonna bring the price of XRP way down, and then we're gonna let it go up to around a few dollars, like three. I think he may have even said $3, but a few dollars, some number in a few dollars. He goes, "You guys are gonna think you're the smartest guys in the world. You're gonna cash out. You're gonna think you're the best traders ever, and then we're gonna price you out of XRP. We're gonna price everybody out of XRP. It's gonna go so high." And you will have sold because you thought you made the great decision to sell it a few bucks or whatever. So I can always think about what that guy said and then putting it in the perspective of this vision you had, the deal's already signed, it's just not public. It's going to be a worldwide thing at some level, whether it replaces Swift or does something bank to bank, whatever it is, something huge, how high that coin could really go. And yeah, double digits is just, I think, the first step of what's to come with that coin. And I know we initially talked about, you can sell it $8 and I might sell it. And we're like, nah, not anymore. Not on that coin, at least. That one, we're going to have to wait and see where that baby goes because it's probably going to be mind blowing. So you might as well just hang on. And then you got Flare Token that is still doing really good on that couple IOU exchanges.
Did you see the trade today on it?
I did not. What is it? Did
yeah,
you see
it? It's up to 220 right now.
Yeah, geez.
Yeah,
and those were free coins. However many XRP you had at that time on the exchange. So the gift that keeps on giving. You say Spirit keeps telling you about that one.
Actually, Joe, you seem to be a little giddy about that one.
I am, because I'll have a lot of those when that day comes. I'll have quite a number of those suckers.
Yeah, you think?
With my name on it, yeah. As soon as they release it to everybody, we'll get them. But typically an IOU they'll go down when the thing lists because everyone's dumping at that time, to grab the high. But I think on this one,
it ain't going down.
Yeah, it may. Do you get any numbers on that thing or no? Just it's going to be.
Well, again, the exact words were, they told me that free token was going to be the gift that keeps on giving. And to me, that's a cash register. that's a gift that keeps giving to me. That.
Yeah. So either, or maybe then it could mean, for one thing, it'll have to be a good price, but it could be, they're going to implement some kind of staking feature with, Flare, and it just keeps giving because you're earning extra and it's worth something, and that's cool. Or just the fact that it's just going to be doing all kinds of epic things, and it'll be another one of these coins that starts off at some price and just, oh my god, it's $5. Oh my god, it's $10. Holy crap, it's $15. Oh my god, it's hit $30. It just keeps on giving. It just keeps on going up. You just scrape it a little as it goes up, and it's like, holy crap, it just keeps going up. There's a few ways I could see that thing playing out, but
hey Joe, I'm not selling at $2. I can tell you that.
Yeah. There's plenty of other coins we could be selling. That's one we're going to have to probably just sit tight on once, we see this thing get released and see what this baby can do. That and XRP for a while, I think.
Yeah, and I really believe this whole situation that Biden announced tonight, like a couple of hours ago, where they're going to take away all of the capabilities of Russia with the financial system completely. Now, why would you do that?
Right. So Russia can say, oh, well, guess what we're going to do?
Well, we already have it.
Yeah.
And if I remember when I was looking at that vision with that weird looking lady there, Lagarde.
Yeah.
Okay. That in that wicker basket.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things that I had noticed, because I reached into it, I saw a lot of different things, but what I saw was a yuan digital currency. And then when I pulled it out, I saw that gold was attached to the back of it. And I thought that that was very interesting. So for me to reach in the basket, to me, that tells me with this whole process that's happening in the vision, okay, is that I believe that'll be launched first. I think it's going to happen. All right. And then what I think will happen is that all of a sudden, with what's happening in the geopolitical arena that's occurring right now, that all of a sudden gold will be attached to it, or silver or something. And I really believe this is, honest to God, it's, you look at this craziness, and somehow I really do believe it's all connected. It really is. And it's like it's a plan. It's the big thing, you know, to bring in, to usher in this new financial system and control. But it isn't going to work out in the way they all think it will. It just won't. We'll definitely have a little help from our buddies on the other side. It should be interesting, though. Absolutely.
I would say so. And speaking of gold and silver, I've heard recently that I think it was JM Bullion, was sending out emails to their customers saying, "We'll buy, 1 ounce gold, whatever coin from you, at $50 over spot." And I go, "That's interesting, because most coin dealers, I've never heard them offer somebody over spot like that for a coin. They usually will give you under spot or at spot."
Right.
And they're actually paying $50 over spot to get their hands on some gold. That was interesting. That just happened a few days ago, I think.
Yeah. And again, believe you me, there's a reason for every stinking thing that's happening. And if you just look at one item, you probably don't notice it. But when you look at the landscape of everything that's happening, you know that the plan is ready to happen. Absolutely it is. We're there. We're there. It's just, every morning I wake up, I wonder, okay, what's it going to be like today? I wanted to, I can't remember I put it. I had something I wanted to show you. Oh, well. It's not meant to be. But, yeah, remarkable times. But, this is people in the cryptos. They should be very excited, because they're in a window of opportunity here that literally is changing lives. And it's a beautiful thing. All right. Just don't let it pass you by. Take advantage of it on the way up. Don't worry if your little certain coin won't go up as fast if you didn't have them all in there. Because trust me, there'll be many opportunities where you're going to be able to take that and put it into something else. This is going to be great opportunities over the next 6 months, 8 months. I really do believe it.
And I think most of the time, stuff like this, you would be talking and looking back, like, "Oh man, if I could do that again, gosh, right. I would do. I'd do this. I'd do that." We're actually living it right now.
We are.
And a lot of people are doing it. So it's not just like me telling people for the first time today in this video, "Hey, there's this stuff called crypto. You guys should get in today." All these people are already in it. We're riding, we've been riding for a while, since 2017, many of these people. And even some of the newer people who got in recent times are still seeing some really nice growth in their portfolios. So it's nice to see that. But again, you got to take the profit out of it, because if you don't, you're just looking at a number on a screen. It does nothing. It's just sitting there. But I understand if, people have certain amounts they have and they need certain numbers before they can do something. And I understand that. But again, don't watch your ice cream cone melt, man. That's just a big thing. Don't do it.
Well, that's like the XRP. You're saying, they're going to try to, they'll bring it up a little. You think you're a hero, you sell out early. But remember, there's a lot of people that could sell out at $2
and be very well off.
they're set for the rest of their lives.
Yes.
All right. So don't be greedy, because you'll FOMO into that. You oh my God. Oh, I should have. but you're all set now. All right. And to be comfortable, you know, not knowing that you're in a great position for the rest of your life, is a remarkable feeling.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, you know, it's no different than when you hit your number on your Theta fuel, and people thought you were insane. Well, no, they don't know your financial situation or what you were doing or what you're even dealing with.
Yep.
So it was a proper thing to do at the time.
Armchair quarterbacks.
Well,
that's what they
yeah,
are.
they don't understand. You know, they all think that after something happens, that, oh yeah, you should have done this. Well, that's easy enough to say.
Anybody can do that. Yeah, anybody can look at a past chart and say that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you know, that's no different than a lot of the deals that I have given you and your Patreon people. Understand that I could come out and say it. You don't have to follow it. Well, you can follow it, but just remember something. It's your decision. All right. So if anything goes south or north, all right, it's because you personally made that decision. It felt right within you to do it.
Right.
And understand that. Don't ever, you know, if Joe says, you know, I heard something about this, and you get in it and it doesn't pan out, and then you sit there, oh, Joe, you suck, and you sit there. Can't you even take responsible for yourself? You can't walk forward. So basically, you're gonna do what anybody says, and then he's king when he's right, and then, oh, you're no good, this, that. But it's like,
yeah,
you know, you have to take responsibility for the choices you make. And that's, again, with coins going up or coins coming down. It's every individual is different. So there's a lot of people out on YouTube that are so intelligent with cryptos and other things. I mean, they really are incredible. And they'll tell you to hold. Let's hold this baby for 10 years. Well, I probably won't be here, you know. but the thing is you're living a different world than that person is. And that's why you really have to tailor your decisions of what your needs are and your family needs are. Please, you know, I mean, the people that come out on YouTube or whatever, all right, they do things for them, not for you.
Right.
Okay, because they all have families and everything else. So please, you know, if anything, after this is all over, I mean, sit down as a family group, or if you're not a family, and then take a look at dollars and what you're sitting on, and just go, could I handle losing half of that right off? How would I feel? How would I feel? You got more money than you ever had. How would you feel if I took half of it away in a snap of an eye? Would you still be okay with that? If you are, that's cool. That's a professional gambler. Really is. When the pots are big, you need balls the size of planets to stay in the game. If you just bark once at it, you're going to lose everything you have. Right? Absolutely.
Yep.
Jesus, Joe, I really am white.
Especially up here. Holy moly. It's like I'm going to get a sunburn in a minute from the reflection.
I don't know. Do you guys see a halo? Do you see anything? No halos?
No halo. Just nice.
Okay.
Hey, at least you got a set of hair up there. I do. A little shiny thing up here.
Yeah. No, I got that Sasquatch thing going on here, you know.
That's it. You've upgraded.
Yeah. Where else you want to go, Joe?
I think that's about it. I think we pretty much covered everything for the most part.
Yeah.
That's just something else you can think of. But yeah, I think we're.
Do you see any questions anybody's whipping by you that would be of any interest? Obviously, I can't see anything, so I don't know if people are asking stuff.
Taking a look at people are asking
Yeah,
about silver, but I mean,
if there's something that's worth taking a look at.
a lot of people asking about silver, just silver.
All right, silver. Truly, where I see a real separation happening is as we start getting into the June, July, August, where I really do believe there's going to be no looking back at it, that it will continue to go up and up and up and up as a scarcity happens. But somehow I also think it's also somehow interconnected with this financial change that's happening right now in front of our eyeballs. And again, what our president did tonight is huge. All right. Now we got to see what Russia does tonight. But without a doubt, this is definitely about the financial system.
Yeah. Well, and, it's like the old saying where they would always go, well, problem solution or whatever, and the solution is what they always wanted to give you in the beginning, but they knew if we do that, people will flip out, so they have to they got to create an event to cause a problem and then offer you their solution. So it's like this is kind of what we're being set up with right now with Russia and all that, to usher in the solution that they originally wanted. But like you're saying, it may not go exactly how they wanted it to go, but that whole system, that's their answer to it.
Absolutely. So you're not going to be waiting years now with silver. It's going to happen now, and but it is going to coincide with this SWIFT system collapsing, and I believe it will be very quickly, and that's where they're going to bring in this new basket of things, and I really do believe that's where the XRP will also go just apeshit. I really do.
There was there was a question someone asked me in an email earlier, and I was like, oh yeah, if I remember, I'll try to that one. Is it this one? Okay. Joe, with the crypto money I'm making, I really am interested in diversifying into real estate. Can you ask what we would do tonight when Spirit opportunity to buy like even rehab houses on the cheap? Do you have any idea is that coming soon, or is it even coming at all? Do you get anything on that?
Yeah, I honestly want to touch that with a 10-foot pole right now. But if you want to grab land, that might be a nice thing, as long as it's not in the cities right now. I just believe that there's going to be so many disruptions over this year. Remember what I said, 2021, I said this will be the year of adaptation. You have to adapt to what's happening. So to invest in that right now, rehabbing, I mean, can you make money? Yeah, I'm sure you could. But I really believe that you're going to see, actually right now, I believe it's already happening, that anything that you need to buy for construction may go up 5 to 10 times. And then again, now you're caught in a mousetrap. All right. It's,
you don't want to buy new because it costs too much, but you're going to have all this used stuff.
But if you look around and you're looking to buy other properties, it's these sleepy little towns in the countryside. If nobody knows about it, well, those are the ones to take advantage of, if you want to get another house or something like that. But, it would be kind of like taking a chance of investing in a restaurant right in the middle of a COVID situation.
Yeah.
Unless you're 100% takeout, you better know what you're doing. And I honestly believe that, it sounds like that person's doing very well. And what I would do is protect what you've gained. Okay. And just sit back a little. I know you're antsy and you want to, go after this, that, the other thing. I mean, I get it. Okay. I get that. But remember, when you go back to like when my grandparents were around and they lived through the Depression, that's when the wealthiest became even wealthier. All right. Because they were able to invest at the right time. It's kind of like Joe sitting on his stable coin. He's still got his bag of theta, so he's all right. And he's sitting on a lot of money on the side. And he's waiting for that correct opportunity. And I believe that because we're on the verge of a lot of crazy stuff, take a look at it again when you get into May or June. That's what I would do. And then take a look, all right, and make that rational decision, all right, and take a look at the prices of things, because that's not going to get better. It's going to get a lot worse, all right. Believe you me, we'll be paying a lot more for a hamburger than what we are today. So be careful on that one. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we've been going for about an hour and a half.
No way.
Yeah. So
Wow.
everyone else, we love you. And I guess until next time, we'll catch you guys later.
Yeah. And maybe I'll take a picture of the snowstorm later.
Oh yeah, it's tonight, right? And that you're getting hit with?
It's supposed to start within an hour, and I think I'm going to have it all day long tomorrow. Joe, I was so close to mowing my lawn.
Well, that's one nice thing. You don't have to worry about that.
No,
but you might need a snowblower.
Yeah. No, I pay a guy to plow now. I don't even deal with that.
Oh, that's
shit.
right. Yeah, that guy. That's right.
I broke down. This was the year. I said, that's it. I turned 65. I'll be damned. I'm done. I'll drop to $30, Joe, and have somebody plow.
Exactly.
It's a good investment.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, we bid all of you farewell, and till next time.
From the clan of the Woo.